Analysts solving data-driven tasks often start with vague or unspecified questions and refine the questions as they explore the data. However, many LLM-based systems behave like black boxes. They produce an answer, but do not show how the answer was derived from the underlying data in a systematic way. So in this demo, we present Pneuma-Seeker, a system that answers questions over table collections while making the workflow from data to answer transparent. Okay, suppose we are an analyst working with an archaeological dataset containing tables about ancient settlement records, modern city demographics, etc. And the information need that we want to answer is the following. What city contained in both the southern and western hemispheres has the highest population? Okay, so this is the chat interface of Pneuma-Seeker, where we can just type in the question and send it to the system. The system will then loops in up to 10 iterations, where it will select a sequence of actions in each iteration to fulfill this information need. And now we'll wait until the system comes up with an answer. Okay, the system has returned an answer, and it says that the city located in both the southern and western hemispheres with the highest population is Sao Paulo, Brazil, with an estimated population of 23 million people. In order to understand how the system came up with this answer, we can inspect the sidebar of Pneuma-Seeker, where it reveals that the system prefies our information need as a set of views, T, and an executable script S on top of this views. And in this case, there's only one view called World Cities, where it contains information such as the city itself, the country where the city is located, the latitude and longitude of the city, as well as the population of the city. And in the script, it will filter the rows in the view World Cities according to the condition that we specified, which is the city must be located in the southern hemisphere as defined by the latitude less than 0, and it must also be located in the western hemisphere as defined by the longitude is less than 0. And this sidebar allows us to also execute the script directly to see the execution result of S over T. And now we may be wondering, how did the system come up with T in the first place? And that's why the sidebar also provides information about the provenance of T. And in this case, we can see that apparently the system projects a table, also called World Cities, from the Archeology dataset, where it selects a subset of its columns. And yeah, the result is also is a view called World Cities. There's also an associated Python code with this process. Okay, so another thing that we may be wondering is, how about the content of this World Cities dataset itself? What does it look like? And if we scroll back up, we can view the retrieve table. So this is the set of tables that the system retrieved and use a subset of it to produce the views here. And in this case, there are climate measurements, conflict information, radiocarbon data, Roman cities, and world cities. And yeah, we can take a look at sample rows of this table. And yeah, so in summary, Pneuma-Seeker answers questions over relational data while making sure that the process that is happening from the data to answer is transparent, so the user can inspect it and explore the results, asking further questions, and while at the same time staying grounded to the underlying table collection.